There are stories that begin quietly, and then there are stories that demand your attention from the very first moment. Stories that feel like standing at the edge of a runway just as the lights flare to life. The rise of Instagram fashion influencer Ode St. belongs to the second kind, a journey where passion outruns fear, where vision shapes identity, and where a simple dream transforms into a global digital signature. Before we go deeper, make sure you subscribe to Sweet Model's World so you never miss the incredible journeys behind the faces shaping modern beauty and influence. St. P's story does not start with fame, curated feeds, or designer partnerships. It begins in a place far more relatable, a young dreamer with an eye for aesthetics, a natural sense of style, and a heart that believed images could speak even when words failed. Long before the world would scroll through her photos in admiration, before the brand deals, the magazine mentions, or the large and loyal audience, she was a quiet observer of life's patterns. She didn't just look at fashion. She studied how fabric moved, how colors interacted with emotion, how confidence could turn a simple moment into a visual masterpiece. Growing up, she wasn't the loudest in the room. Instead, she was the one watching, absorbing, and imagining how she could one day create a world of her own through visuals. For many influencers, the journey begins with the pursuit of attention. For O.St.P, it began with the pursuit of expression. She understood early that fashion was more than outfits. It was art, identity, personality, and storytelling all woven into one. The early days of her Instagram were simple but honest, grainy photos, natural light, and a style that hinted at the brilliance she would one day refine. She wasn't chasing trends. She was finding her rhythm. Every picture she posted became a brushstroke in the visual diary she was quietly building. And though the world had yet to notice, she was already mastering the one skill that would later set her apart: consistency driven by purpose. Her rise didn't happen overnight. There were months when the likes were low, when the algorithm seemed unforgiving, when the self-doubt whispered the same old questions most dream chasers know too well. Is this worth it? Am I enough? Will anyone care? But O.St.P had something far stronger than doubt: patience. And in that patience, she developed discipline. She continued creating not because she was recognized, but because she believed recognition would eventually arrive for anyone who refuses to stop growing. That growth came not only through fashion, but through self-knowledge. She experimented with color palettes, outfit structures, modern edits, and minimalist looks. She played with contrasts, soft textures against sharp angles, fluid fabrics against urban backdrops, bold accessories against serene natural landscapes. Her Instagram became her canvas, and she was both the artist and the muse. Everything changed the day one of her photos unexpectedly gained traction. A simple outfit post, clean, balanced, authentic, was shared by a mid-sized fashion page. Within hours, she saw a spike in followers. It wasn't massive, but it was enough to spark a new flame of momentum. It confirmed what she already sensed deep inside. Her visual language was beginning to resonate with people far beyond her immediate circle. She leaned into that realization. She improved her lighting, researched camera settings, learned about audience engagement, and developed her own editing style, a delicate balance between warm tones and crisp visuals that made her feed instantly recognizable. Brands noticed the refinement. They noticed the elegance. They noticed the way she presented herself not as someone trying to impress, but as someone embracing her unique aesthetic. Her first collaborations were small, local boutiques, emerging designers, accessory brands. But she treated each opportunity like it was a high-fashion campaign. She shot with intention. She styled with care. She honored the trust these brands placed in her creativity. And as she elevated their products, they elevated her reputation. Slowly, the world she once dreamed of entering began opening its doors. With every step forward, St.P continued to prioritize authenticity. She never wanted her presence online to feel distant or unreachable. She shared bits of her life, not too much, not too little, just enough to remind her audience that behind the curated visuals stood a real human navigating real challenges. She spoke about the creative burnout that comes from constantly producing content, the pressure that comes with growing visibility, and the lessons she learned about staying grounded. Her followers appreciated that honesty. It made her relatable. It made her human. Then came the moment that shifted everything once more. A major fashion brand discovered her page. They saw not just a beautiful feed, but a model with expression, balance, and presence. Someone who could turn an outfit into an experience, someone who could elevate their brand narrative. The partnership was a milestone for her career, one that validated years of unseen effort. It was the beginning of her transition from influencer to inspiration. But even as the numbers climbed and the opportunities expanded, O.St.P never lost sight of the community she was building. She answered messages, encouraged her followers, and often shared motivational reflections drawn from her own journey. She understood that influence was a responsibility, not just a reward. The more she grew, the more she refined her craft. She invested in better equipment, collaborated with photographers, and designed shoots with cinematic detail. She became a curator of mood, ambience, and intention, someone who didn't just take pictures but created atmospheres. Her portfolio expanded into travel fashion, lifestyle aesthetics, and brand lookbooks. Yet the core remained unchanged: authenticity, creativity, and self-expression. What makes Ode St.P's story so powerful is that she didn't come from a place of privilege or shortcut opportunities. Everything she built from scratch, through consistency, focus, and an unwavering belief that her voice mattered. She turned everyday streets into runways, everyday outfits into statements, and everyday challenges into stepping stones. But beyond the visual appeal, her real impact lies in the way she encourages others to embrace their individuality. She openly reminds her audience that beauty standards evolve, trends shift, and opinions change, but personal confidence lasts when you decide to define it for yourself. She has become a voice for those learning to fall in love with their style, their bodies, and their creative instincts. Her growing platform opened new doors that allowed her to work with established fashion houses, lifestyle brands, and digital magazines. But she maintained balance, never promoting anything that didn't align with her values or aesthetic. Her audience trusted her because she protected that trust, making sure her journey remained meaningful rather than merely successful. Every phase of her evolution brought new challenges, but each one also shaped her into a stronger creator. She learned to adapt, to innovate, to reinvent. She embraced the shifts in social media without losing the essence of her artistry. And in doing so, she carved her place among leading Instagram fashion figures. Today, O.St.P stands as a testament to what happens when talent meets determination. Her presence is not loud nor exaggerated. It's graceful, powerful, and intentional. She has become a modern storyteller, using fashion as her language and images as her voice. Her biography continues to unfold daily in the way she inspires her followers to pursue their passions, refine their craft, and believe that slow growth is still growth. She embodies the truth that influence isn't measured by numbers, but by the lives touched, motivated, and empowered through one's work. As you follow her journey, you see more than a model or influencer. You see a creative mind embracing her path with courage. You see a woman transforming her dreams into a visual legacy. You see someone who proves that the world always makes room for those who dare to bring something genuine, beautiful, and true. And as her story continues to grow, remember this: every great influencer starts with a single post, a single idea, a single dream. What makes the difference is the decision not to stop. Before we end, if you appreciate stories like this, stories of rising talent, creative excellence, and the models shaping global culture. Make sure you subscribe to Sweet Models World for more inspiring journeys that celebrate beauty, resilience, and ambition. O.St. P's biography is still being written, one frame at a time, and the world is watching.